We're talking right now with the Coon Rapids Bayard head volleyball coach at Sam Eifler. Coach, another kind of a heartbreaking loss tonight, yes, a 3-0 tonight, but all 3 games right down to the wire.
Yeah, those are sometimes the hardest because, right, when we get the motivation, then they'll get it back, and it kind of goes back and forth. And the momentum is just, it's hard to break when they have, 3 or 4 serves on us, and when it gets to the end of the game, every single point counts, and that's why it's a huge heartbreaker. How
big would it have been maybe for your club to get that first one tonight, losing it 25-22? If you guys maybe could have got up 1-0, how much different do you think the night could have been?
I think it could have been really different. I mean, it's hard for our girls once we get behind to just step it up and get right back in it. And so, or even getting that second game would have been huge just to tie it. But we tell them every time, even if we're down 2-0, that we have 5 games for a reason. We need to step it up and get the 3rd game, and we just haven't been able to do that yet.
Talk about how your team overall played. What were some of the areas you thought they played well? What were some areas you think that you still need to see some improvement?
Defense, they're doing better. Beginning of the season, we thought that was going to be one of our strengths, and it hasn't really been. But they got a lot better, and they're hustling a lot more tonight. Riley did a heck of a job digging in the back row. I mean, all the girls are digging the ball and passing the ball a lot better. We're starting to play a little safe in the front row. We're not using, I think, some of our hitters to our full potential just because they want to get the ball in, and we can't win a game like that.
How do you, as a coach, able to get that through their minds? I know it's not an easy thing to get them to have that confidence to swing away.
Yeah. Well, I actually told Haley in that last game, she kind of patty-caked one over, and I said, don't be afraid to swing hard. Right after that, she swung to the wall. And so it's hard for me to find a balance where I tell them to go for it, but I also want them to play safe. And so we always tell them, if you have a great set, just swing hard. Otherwise, they have to. They just have to be safe and be smart out there. But overall, we need them to start swinging harder and be more confident out there at the net.
What do you feel like you learned about your team in that 3rd game? Jumped up early, then fell behind, had given up match point a couple of times, but still kind of stayed in it and had some chances.
Yeah, that was really good to see, especially because the first time out that Earlham took on us, I said, let's keep the lead the whole game. I want to win the whole game. I don't want to get behind. And they did that until, the very end, and they fought back and forth. And one thing that we saw out of them in that last couple points is how excited they got. And, when they get pumped up, they play better. And so we told them, we need to figure out what we need to do to get them pumped up to play like that all the time, because they play a lot better. Even if they're under pressure, I think they play a lot better when they get excited like that.
Coach, I've asked you this question several times this year, but how much better now is your team than maybe the last time I talked to you a couple of weeks ago?
Much better, and we've had a couple matches between then, and they've played a lot better. And we tell them every match that they're setting our expectations higher and higher, and we can't take a step back. I'd say tonight we maybe did take a little step back from when we played, Woodward Granger and Des Moines Christian, some of those hard teams. And I think we should have probably had a victory tonight, so we just got to practice hard this whole week and be ready to go next Tuesday.
How nice will it be to get Carly Hopkins back into the lineup, hopefully by the end of this week?
Yeah, that'll be great. We're throwing in another rotation at them, but it's all spots they know how to play, so we can't use that as an excuse. But it'll definitely be nice to have a tall blocker up there, someone swinging hard. So we're excited for whenever she's able to come back.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you joining us here tonight. Great effort out of your ball club, and keep up the hard work.
Thank you.